Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty again. This is only the third video I've recorded this morning. Again, more of the vinyl haul I've recently purchased, so over the past 6 weeks. I've shown you some, now I'll show you a few more. These are LPs, again, these are all charity shop. These are charity shops and record store purchases, and you might know that I like to spend my time flicking through the pound bins because you never know what you get, and obviously you get some old favourites, some standards that come out, and one such record, Frampton Comes Alive. And I think I've struck gold with this one because this plays absolutely beautifully for a pound. I think it's more to do that the cover might have seen better days, bit of ring wear. Great cover, absolutely great cover to the album. It's a great live album. There's a lot. It's the first time I really listened to this album. You know, obviously aware of the tracks. Pete Frampton was in the band originally in the band called The Herd, I believe, and they'd had a big single in 1967 from The Underground, and he ended up, because he was the youngest member, he was only about 17 at the time, he was dubbed the face of 68, which a label he hated, and they did have one more hit single, I Don't Want Our Loving to Die, and he'd had enough. It wasn't, the pop world wasn't what he wanted, so he left and formed Tumble Pie with Steve Marriott, and then after a couple of hours, he left, and I think he formed his own version of Pete Frampton's Camel, and sort of relocated to the States, built up a following, and sort of combined with this live album, which at the time I think was the biggest selling live album. I'm not sure if it still is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, be interested to know what is the biggest selling live album. But you've got here, it's a Peter 70s rock. I think I like about the album is the audience interaction, and that's sort of special. Something after his career sort of nosedived a little bit. He ended up getting a starring role in that Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts movie, which was a bit of a dud. He ended up playing on I think it was the Glass Spider tour. David Bowie. I think David Bowie knew his dad from college days, so there was that link there. Obviously the well-known tracks are Show Me the Way, and Baby I Love Your Way, which I do recall. He said he wrote those songs within an hour, and he spent the rest of the career searching for an hour like that again. There were these two busy songs. To me, it was Show Me the Way, because that was the big hit single in the UK. He did a solo tour, acoustic tour, years ago. I didn't go, but I heard about it, read about it, and he just did his acoustic guitar, plays me Show Me the Way, and the audience all started going, wow, 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 did the vocoder bit. I would love to have just heard that. Yeah, just a great record. Though be warned, kids, the vocoder doesn't do your teeth any good, apparently, according to Pete Frampton. Next album, I'm pleased to have got this. I saw this a few months back in the shop, and it'd gone. So I was flicking through the bins. I'd already made me mind up what I wanted to purchase, and I came across this, and I thought, nah, got to have this. This is Marvin Gaye's Anthology. Now, this, I'm trying to think when this came out. Just get the record out. I think it might have been 72, 73, 74, I'm not sure. You've got the record roll, nice little booklet here. Just gives you a little brief history, some great photos of all the periods of Marvin. This is definitely a cash-in on when What's Going On became the mega album it became. So you've got side two. It's a double album, by the way. It's Stubborn Kind of Fella, Hitchhike, Pride and Joy, Can I Get Witness, What's the Matter with You Baby, You're a wonderful one. Try it, baby. Baby, don't you do it. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh, doggone pretty little baby. Ain't that peculiar? One more heartache. Take this heart of mine. Little darling, I need you. It takes two. Your unchanging love, you. And that's the first record. And side 3, you're all I need to get by. Chained. You ain't living till you're loving. I heard it through the grapevine. Too busy thinking about my baby. That's the way love is. The Onion song. Abraham, Martin, and John. Oh, what a record! What a song. Side 4. It's What's Going On. Mercy, Mercy Me. Inner City Blues. Save the Children. Trouble Man. Let's Get It On. You're a special part of me. So yeah, I think this is 74. This came out. It's still on the Black Tamla Motown label, so it's just before it changed over. I think this is pretty much, if you can get hold of it, the only best of you need. Obviously, I think you haven't got anything from Dare My Dear and the likes, but yeah, this is just great record. So I found an excellent nick, and it only cost me £1. This is Daryl Hall and John Oates H2O. It's not their best album. It came out in 84, I believe. You got the singles Man Eater, Family Man, which was a cover of a Mike Oldfield tune. One on One, the other big single. Very much heading towards the poppier vein of things. It's where I think they came from a sort of like soul background. It's certainly the pop. It's not a patch on Private Eyes. That I can tell you. It just went a little bit too poppy. And you also get hold of the debut solo album by Michael Jackson, Got to Be There. I think you forget sometimes that there was that starting point. It wasn't all Jackson 5. He did have his own little career to go with. Released in 1972. You got a great version of Ain't No Sunshine. Whereas I Want to Be There Where You Are. Girl, Don't Take Your Love From Me in Our Small Way. Got to Be There, the title track. Great song. Rockin' Robin. That's probably where I got to know Michael Jackson on his own. Rockin' Robin. So that's a great stonking song. Wings of My Love. Maria, You're the Only One. Love Is Here and Now You're Gone. And then a good version of You've Got a Friend. Carole King's You've Got a Friend. Which seemed to be the track that everybody was doing around that time. Got this from Discogs. This is Journeys, Look Into the Future. I'm not sure. It's definitely not an original. And I'm not sure if it's a nice price reissue, which came out in about 82. This is the second album. This is very much where they're in the more of the rock vein. Greg Roll was the vocalist keyboard. You've got Neil Scott, Russ Valloway, and Ainsley Dunbar playing. Probably my favourite track is You're On Your Own, which ended side 1. Really just elements of jazz in there as well. You could tell where they come from with the Santana. You could see that influence there. And you listen to that album, and you listen to, say, Escape, and it's two different bands. It's a Fleetwood Mac type thing. You've got two different bands, but I think it's a stonking album. It's a really great album. A bit of a shame that it seems that there's a bit of an impasse with the band. There's been a big falling out. So who knows where this will end into. Pay at me local record shop gave me this. This is Benny King Sings for Soulful Lovers. Covers in not great shape. He said he couldn't sell it. It's a London Atlantic label. I'm trying to think when it came out. 1962. You've got on here basically Benny King singing the standards here. You've got My Heart Cries For You, You Break Your Heart, Dream Lover, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, My Foolish Heart, Fever, Moon River, What Difference a Day Makes, Because of You, At Last, On the Street Where You Live, and It's All in the Game. Looking forward to giving that a spin. Yeah, something different, totally different. Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, Rattlesnakes. I got this for a couple of quid in Solihull, the British Art Foundation shop. Debut album's got Perfect Skin on it. Very much as when the band were a band. on the Polydor label. Did it come out? 1984. Came across as a miserable soul, old Lloyd Cole. But absolutely corking album. It's a really good album. Definitely, if you're into sort of like 80s indie pop type thing, I would certainly say check that out. I've got Easy Pieces as well, so. And he's still writing. I think he still lives in the States, Lloyd Cole. I'm not sure if he's moved back. And he relocated around that time. And Meatloaf's Dead Ringer for Love. This is, man, the cover's a bit sticky. But it's because it's been stored for ages. Vinyl plays great. This was the follow-up to Bat Out of Hell. This wasn't going to be the follow-up to Bat Out of Hell. What ended up as Gene Simon's Bad for Good was going to be originally the follow-up to Bat Out of Hell. I think I showed you the CD not so long back. What happened? Meatloaf lost his voice, basically. And so this came out, after Bad for Good came out, they finished recording this. Some good songs on here. I'm Gonna Love Both of Us, Read 'Em and Weep. Dead Ringer for Love is obviously the standout track. It was the big top 10 single in the UK. However, I think this album suffered comparison to Bat Out of Hell. It was always going to be difficult to follow it up, and you might as well have just done a cappella Christmas songs, to be quite honest. But there were about 4 producers on the album, and Steinman, Jimmy Iovine, Meatloaf. I can't remember the name of the other producer was. Let me see if I can find it on the label. No, I can't. And I just think it's, in a way, overproduced. I think what made Bat Out of Hell so great was it was operatic and a bit over the top. But when it wanted to, it could pull back. This doesn't pull back a bit. I think it's tried to follow the same formula, and it just didn't quite work. And the final record in this batch, and this I found in the charity shop sealed. This is the Orchestra of Syrian Musicians and Guests. Now, I was not going to buy this, but I looked at the back just out of curiosity. And the friends, Damon Albarn and Paul Weller. Paul Weller does a version with Mark Wildwood. Out of Time, David Albarn does that with the band. Blackbird, they do a version of that. White Flag. Basically, this is a live album. It's a sort of like benefit, really, because you can see from the back here. This is a picture of Syria as a country. It's suffered quite a lot. Double album. It's one. If Metal Mickey did his Blind Buys, Fred not so long back, I would class that as my blind buy, which I'm pleased to have purchased. So that ends that video. That video. So again, thumbs up if you like. Feel free to comment. Subscribe if you feel inclined. If you haven't not got bored with me yet. So until the next video, I've got one more to record. Keep smiling and keep playing the records.